Welcome to Shadow Threads, where every story hides a darker truth. Tonight's tale is not just a piece of internet horror fiction. It's a viral story so compelling, it's being adapted into a real Hollywood film. Starring Sydney Sweeney, produced by Warner Brothers, and written by an Oscar-winning screenwriter. But the real terror?
It isn't the movie.
It's the original Reddit post, and the chilling mind behind it. This story starts with a lie, and ends in something far more disturbing. The post was titled, "I pretended to be a missing girl so I could rob her family." Not exactly a gentle introduction, is it? But that's what made it unforgettable. The narrator claimed to be a drifter, a grifter. Not violent, not insane, just smart. She spotted a flyer in a gas station. A little girl, missing for over 10 years. A perfect opportunity. She studied the photo, took in the features, the hair, the face shape, and more importantly, the sorrow in the parents' eyes. She had a plan. She would pretend to be the missing girl, gain their trust, spend one night under their roof, steal whatever valuables she could, then disappear. To her, it was a simple job, a heartless but easy score. She arrived on a rainy Thursday, knocked on the front door. A middle-aged woman opened it. Her face went white. She whispered, "Lena?" The girl nodded. "Yes, it's me." The woman broke down.
Tears. Sobbing.
Screaming for her husband. "I told you she was still alive." They called the police, then canceled the call. They wanted time with their daughter.
Just a little more time.
She sat in their living room, saw the photos on the wall. Family memories she was never part of. She listened, carefully, took mental notes, pretended to remember a dog, a bedroom, a lullaby. The lies came easily, too easily. But something was off. The mother kept staring at her, longer than necessary. The father smiled, but his eyes didn't. They gave her dinner, showed her to a room, said they were just happy she was home. But their voices were tight, their bodies stiff. That night, she crept into their office, found drawers filled with medical bills, jewelry boxes, documents. She stuffed a few necklaces into her bag. Nothing too obvious. As she turned to leave, she heard footsteps behind her. She froze. The mother stood in the hallway, watching, not saying a word.
The next morning, the tone had changed.
No more tears. No more joy. Just silence. At breakfast, the father asked a question. "What was the name of your best friend, back then?"
She paused.
"Too long."
Guessed.
The mother smiled. A cold, knowing smile. That wasn't her name. Suddenly, they weren't hugging her. They were watching her, studying her. That night, she didn't sleep. She packed her things, prepared to vanish. But the doors were locked, the windows nailed shut, the front door chained from the outside. She wasn't in a home anymore. She was in a cage. The family confronted her, asked her who she really was. She panicked,
Cried.
tried to explain it was a mistake, that she thought she was Lena. Amnesia, delusion. But they didn't buy it. Not anymore. And then, the father said something she would never forget. "We knew you weren't her, because Lena never came home. Lena died in this house." The room went cold. The mother's eyes were blank. They weren't grieving. They weren't angry. They were relieved. Relieved to have someone else, to replace the silence in their house. She wasn't a thief anymore. She was their daughter, whether she liked it or not. She ran, broke a window with her elbow, cut herself climbing out, bolted through the woods, didn't stop running for hours. She never went back. But sometimes, she wonders what would have happened if she had stayed. Would they have called the police? Or just kept her as their new daughter, forever? The Reddit post was published in 2020. Within hours, it trended on r/nosleep. Thousands of upvotes. People couldn't stop reading. Or speculating. Was it true? Was it fiction? It didn't matter. The story tapped into something real. The fear of being someone you're not. The guilt of deception. and the possibility that the people you're deceiving might just want you to stay. In 2023, it was confirmed. Warner Brothers had optioned the rights. The author? A high school English teacher from Massachusetts. Name: Joe Coate. He was made executive producer. Sydney Sweeney, star of Euphoria, was cast in the lead role. Eric Roth, Oscar-winning screenwriter of Forrest Gump and Dune, signed on to adapt the script. A Reddit post became a feature film. The internet blurred with reality. And horror found a new stage. Why did this story strike a nerve? Because it wasn't about ghosts, or monsters, or killers. It was about something worse. Pretending to belong. We all lie sometimes. But what if your lie is the only thing keeping you safe? What if the truth would get you locked inside forever? That's the genius of this tale. You root for the thief. You fear the family. And, at the end, you're not sure who is more dangerous. At Shadow Threads, we don't just tell stories. We pull them apart. We ask the deeper questions. Was the narrator a criminal or a victim? Were the parents mourning or manipulating? And most importantly, when you pretend to be someone else, how long before you forget who you really are? If this story chilled you, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly nightmares. Comment below, which Reddit horror story should we cover next? Or, have you ever told a lie so deep you almost believed it yourself? I'm Rachel. This is Shadow Threads. And this was just one of many shadows still waiting to be unraveled. Good night. And don't look back.